Check your pocket.
Where did my parents meet?
High school.
Be more specific.
McDonald's. No!
Name a country that is also the same name of an animal.
Oh, turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah!
Wow. Good.
How old was I when I got my braces?
12.
No!
Socks are still on.
Oh.
How many goals did I score in the hockey state championship game in high school?
2. Oh, no!
4.
What was wrong with my back and my birth defect?
Spina bifida.
Yeah.
How many tattoos do I have?
12? No. No! What did I wear the night that I said I love you?
Green dress. A green dress.
How do you remember this?
When will I be a dad? Time to go.
All right, let's go. Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
My God.
Put a finger down if when you were in high school you went to an amusement park with your softball team and you were standing in line for a roller coaster and there was a really cute guy that you kept looking at and you wanted to talk to, and then after the ride was over he came up to you with a stuffed animal bear and asked if you could give it to your friend. And then when you asked him which friend, he said the one that looks like a supermodel, and so you just assumed he was still talking about you and you kept that damn bear.
Put a finger down if when you're in the 8th grade your class was reading To Kill a Mockingbird and you guys were going to go see the play version of it. So this old white guy from the theater company came to talk about how the actors were going to have to be saying the N-word, except he was actually saying the N-word. And when he asked if anybody knew what the term meant, you raised your hand and said it was a derogatory term used by non-black people towards black people during the time of slavery, but it has since been reclaimed by the black community. And he said, right, now say it. And you were like, what? And he was like, say N-word. And you were like, and you didn't say it because you know it's wrong to say that. And so your whole class just sat in uncomfortable silence until your half-black teacher said, I don't make my kids say that word. And he was like, okay, well, N-word is just a word and it only has meaning if you give it meaning. And so now whenever influencers have scandals about saying the N-word, all you can think about is how that one old white guy tried to force you to say the N-word in front of your whole class because he thinks that it's just a word that only has meaning when you give it meaning.
Alright, I have a new put a finger down challenge for you guys, and it's called I'm white, but I'm not that kind of white, you know what I mean? Before you get mad, this is a joke, this is based on stereotypes, and you can't be racist to white people. So, here we go. Put a finger down if you rarely or ever go to Starbucks. Put a finger down if you do not currently or have ever owned a pair of Ugg boots. Put a finger down if you actually wash your legs in the shower, like actually take soap to them and wash them, specifically. Put a finger down if you do not own anything that is monogrammed. Put a finger down if you enjoy spicy food. Put a finger down if you are not Christian, or any religion very closely related to Christianity. Put a finger down if you speak another language. Put a finger down if you've never made a casserole. Put a finger down if you do not enjoy country music or pop music. Put a finger down if you have never wanted an N-word pass. Put a finger down if you actually have lips. Put a finger down if you've never been skiing.
Put a finger down if you have the hottest, sexiest boyfriend in the whole world and you're on the dream vacation ever because he's perfect and the view is perfect and the sunset is perfect and the sun is going down, but our love will never, and he doesn't know I'm doing this, but he's right next to me and I just want to say how much I love him and happy birthday and you're the best boyfriend ever and I'm so glad you came into my life. On a mountain.
Best Friends Edition, put a finger down. Put a finger down if you have to help your friend put a tampon in. Put a finger down if you have to help your friend dig the tampon out. Okay, put a finger down. Put a finger down if your coochie is... Okay, put a finger down if you walk into your friend's house without saying anything. Put a finger down if you help your friend wipe their ass while they're drunk. Put a finger down if you have to help your friend pull trig.
Put a finger down if you ever gone on a cruise with your family and your sister starts to hang out with this guy, so then your family starts to hang out with them, and his family was already hanging out with another couple, and every time you guys all drank, the couple started like being a little weird, and they would say like their stories would change every time, and like she would say that they were together for this amount of time, he would say something else, or like they did this for a living and he said something else, but like you don't think anything of it because you're never going to see these people again because it's a cruise. So as you're going back to New York, you're home basically, and you turn around and there are Coast Guards, National Guards, and police boats following your boat in, and you think, well, this must be normal, it's my first cruise, I don't know any different. Well, then all of our rooms got searched, and it turns out that that couple was using our families to blend in and were international drug smugglers.
Put a finger down if in college your boyfriend asked you to go day drinking with him and his friends and you wanted them to like you, so you said absolutely. So you get to his friend's apartment with a pool, but there's no glass allowed by the pool, and you have a double barrel of wine, but you kind of didn't want to go back and forth from the pool to his apartment. So you were like, I'm going to find the biggest cup ever, and there was a cup sitting on the counter and it was huge, and so you pour your entire double barrel of wine into it, and you go out to the pool and you're having an amazing time, and everyone keeps being like, oh my god, that's an amazing cup, where'd you get that? And you kept being cocky like, oh my god, I bet you want this cup, you can't have this cup. And then about an hour later, your boyfriend's friend's roommate comes home and he's like, hey, where'd you get that cup? And you were like, I bet you want this cup, motherfucker. And he was like, no, for real, like, where'd you get that cup? And you were like, I found it like on the counter. Why? And he said, that's my toilet brush cleaner cup. I was gonna throw that away.
This is Put a Finger Down Short Girl Edition. Put a finger down if you're 5'5" or below. Put a finger down if you like being short. Put a finger down if the tall guys sometimes use you as an armrest. Put a finger down if you have to use your tippy toes to reach certain things. Put a finger down if you have trouble looking over people in crowds. Put a finger down if you wear big t-shirts and they're like dresses on you. Put a finger down if you struggle to find pants that basically don't roll up at the ends. Put a finger down if you've ever had to climb on top of your counters to get something on the top shelf. Put a finger down if you have a stepping stool. Put a finger down if you love tall guys. Lastly, put a finger down if sometimes crop tops are just regular shirts on you.
Part 2.
What position did I play when I played hockey?
I didn't know there were positions.
Oh boy.
Offense?
I was a winger.
Oh, what?
Winger.
Winger.
What was my high school's mascot?
The Devils? No! What is my zodiac sign?
Cancer.
Oh.
What type of electric guitar do I use?
Astrocat? What character did I play in my 2nd grade musical? You hint. Wizard of Oz.
A munchkin.
Yes! How do you remember this?
I'm never gonna get wet.
What college did I want to go to?
Ohio State.
Wrong. No! Finally! Your
Oh, my phone's in my pocket.
Your phone?
Yeah.
Are you
What show am I currently watching on Netflix?
Outlander? No! Alright, hey, can you help me out? Can you help me? Come on! When do I want a baby?
Put a finger down, introvert edition. Put a finger down if you've ever hid when you saw someone you knew in public. Put a finger down if you've ever made your friend ask a question for you because you were too nervous. Put a finger down if you have ever bailed on going out with your friends just to sit in your room alone. Put a finger down if you like books better than parties. Put a finger down if you would rather be confused in class than ask the question out loud. Put a finger down if you hate conflict. Put a finger down if you only truly open up with people you're super close to. Put a finger down if you've ever been too nervous to go somewhere new alone, so you just don't go at all. Put a finger down if you wish you could be more extroverted. Put a finger down if you're okay spending an entire day or two alone. Put a finger down if you are so quiet it can be hard to make friends sometimes. Put a finger down if you only have a small group of friends.
Put a finger down if you had a big breakup and to distract you, your friends nominated you for The Bachelor because they thought it'd be funny and you like totally forgot about it, and then you were at work one day and you got an incoming call from Los Angeles and you work in PR, so this is like actually very normal, so you just answer the phone thinking it's a press call, and then it's actually a call from the Bachelor producers and they want you to talk about some of the things that were on your application that your friend submitted, and then so you're talking to the producers and they like tell you that they're going to start emailing you, and you get like text messages, calls, emails, nonstop from all the producers, and they ask you to send a video. So you send them a video, and then they call you telling you that every single producer was like on the floor laughing from your video. And then you go in and they come to your city and you meet them for like an hour long interview, and you have to like do all these like setups and like talk to them about all this random stuff. And you have like plenty of family trauma, but you didn't really get too much into it because you're kind of like a private person. And then they ask you who you would go on the show for, and I said I would literally only for sure go if it were Tyler Cameron.
Finger down if you met a girl at a music festival over a year ago and totally fell for her, but then you lost her in a crowd, never to find her again, and always wondered what could have happened. And then one day you're scrolling on TikTok and you see her starting this revolution against Trump, and she's so cool, and you want to make some big romantic gesture to get her attention, but you don't know if that's crazy and if she even remembers you, but you hope she does because you really like her and you hope she likes you too.
Est-ce que tu es un mec?
Ouais.
Est-ce que tu penses que ton mec se rappelle de la première fois que vous êtes vus?
Ouais, je pense.
Si tu l'appelles?
Sûr même. Oh, il a intérêt. Ouais, attends, tu sais quoi?
On essaie. Ça fait combien de temps que vous êtes ensemble?
8 mois? Ouais, bébé. Ouais, je vais te demander un truc. Est-ce que tu te souviens d'où est-ce qu'on s'est rencontrés?
Bah oui, c'était à la plage, là, à Cannes, tu te rappelles?
Alors, ça, c'est ton ex. Fais un effort, bébé.
Attends. Ah, mais non, mais la première fois, ouais, c'était bah, tu sais, sur les quais à Lyon, vers chez moi. Tu te rappelles?
Toujours pas moi.
C'est pas possible, là, par contre.
Ok, tu te rappelles la première fois on s'embrassait quand même?
Bah oui, attends, c'était tu sais, le film Joker, là, au cinéma.
J'étais pas en France quand le film est sorti. J'étais au Maroc.
Putain, mais bébé, c'est pas possible, quand même.
Bon, tu te rappelles qu'on doit se voir ce soir?
Bah oui, là, c'est noté. En plus, je te prépare un petit restaurant et tout ça, c'était trop chaud.
Ouais, bah on se voit plus.
Oh shit.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive am I?
Like a 6.5.
Why?
Your eyebrows are really bushy.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive am I?
A 0. 0. 0.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive am I?
None. Is that enough?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive am I?
Oh, 10.
Why?
Because your personality is just...
On a scale of 1 to 10, how attractive am I?
10.
Why?
Put a finger down if you've had a student be absent for 2 weeks and whenever he came back, you caught him in the hallway and you asked him how he was doing and that you missed him, and he kind of tugged at his pant leg and he had a cell phone charger in his hand, and this was before cell phones were really a thing in school. And then he ends up in your class later that day and something starts vibrating every 5 minutes, and the other kids try to cover for him and say that it's your printer when you know it's not your printer. And then he finally laughs and he goes, "Can you please put me next to an outlet? I forgot to charge my ankle monitor last night."
Put a finger down if when you were a baby in your mom's stomach, you had your middle finger over your face like this, and when they went to go take your ultrasound picture, you wouldn't move it, even when the doctors tried to push it away from your face. And so when you grew up, in every picture pretty much, you tried to flip off the camera because you thought it was funny. And so you got your middle finger tattooed on your 18th birthday.
Put a finger down if one time you went home with this guy and at like 4:35 in the morning you were like, "Hey, gotta go, sorry." And he was like, "But we're at your place." And you looked around and you definitely were not at your place. You were at a guy's place and you had never been there before. And so you were like, "No, I'm pretty sure we're at yours." And he looked around and he was like, "I don't live here." And you were like, "Well, I don't live here either. Whose apartment are we at?" And it turns out you broke into some random person's apartment and were having a lot of fun without your clothes on for a lot of hours. Whoops.